Welcome to another edition of the Hoop Scoop. I'm Jarret Johnson, and boy, we're in the thick of it now. The Red Raiders have opened Big 12 play. Of course, they opened Big 12 conference play by losing by 4 points at Iowa State. It was a tough loss, but considering the fact the Red Raiders were down to just 7 players because of a variety of injuries and then COVID protocols, the Red Raiders, obviously they were hamstrung in terms of their options and personnel, but you know what? They still played defense. They played Iowa State tough, especially in that second half, and I know there were some questionable calls, which quite honestly, in conference play in basketball, on the road, calls are going to go against you. There were some extremely questionable calls late, but you know what? Texas Tech had a chance to win. They missed too many free throws, had too many turnovers, which has been a common theme, careless turnovers, but I think overall, and I'm no moral victory guy, but the fact that Tech only had 7 players playing the number 11 team in the country at one of the toughest places in the country to play at the Hilton, I came away feeling pretty good. And I also felt good about some of those guys who received more playing time than usual. Guys like Clarence Nadolny, who had an overall really good game. KJ Allen, who played pretty good. You'd like to see Bryson Williams and Kevin O'Banner produce more offensively, but O'Banner collected 10 boards, so he definitely made an impact on the game. So what does that mean going forward? Because now it doesn't get any easier in the Big 12, that's for sure. The Red Raiders host number 6 Kansas. The Jayhawks are 1-0 in Big 12, 12-1 overall in the season. They're coming off a 11-point win over Oklahoma State. You have Texas Tech with one of the best defenses in the country going against the top offense in the Big 12 in Kansas. So that is a big matchup. That game is 3 p.m. Saturday. It's going to be televised on ESPN2. So big game for the Red Raiders anytime the Jayhawks come to town, of course. It's a top 25 matchup. We'll have to see who's available. You have Terrence Shannon's back. Kevin McCullough tweaked an ankle, I believe. You have some other guys in the COVID protocol. So it's going to be interesting to see who's available, who plays, because they need everybody against Kansas. Last I heard, Shannon was questionable. There's a possibility he could play for Kansas, but of course they're being tight-lipped on that, as they should be. And even if I had definitive answers on this, I probably shouldn't share them in this space as a preview, trying to help out the Jayhawks, that's for sure. So, but I think it goes back to Texas Tech. You could say, yes, Kansas they're gonna put up points. We know that. But will Texas Tech do a better job taking care of the ball? Will they shoot a better percentage from deep? Really from everywhere. And the free throw line. Sometimes players miss free throws because they're fatigued. And certainly against Iowa State, they only had 7 guys. There were some guys that were really tired, especially if you're expending all that effort, on the defensive end, which that's what defense is a lot of the times. There's more to it, of course, but effort is a big part of it in any sport, but especially basketball, perhaps. So we know Tech will play good defense. Will it be good enough against the number 1 offense in the Big 12? We'll see. Will Tech do a better job of taking care of the ball? Will they knock down their free throws? And then the crowd, this is going to be, I think a lot of the kids are coming back. I don't know if they're back yet. Class starts the 12th. So I think some might come back early for this game because it is a big game. And the USA is one of the best places, one of the best home crowds in the entire country. So, that should play a big role. Kansas is no stranger to that, but still, a big game. If the Red Raiders are able to somehow upset the Jayhawks, it would be huge, because Tech has a matchup against Baylor coming up. It's just, that's life in the Big 12. It's just one tough game after another. So if they could somehow pick up this victory after the tough loss, at Iowa State, this would be huge for Texas Tech in terms of competing in the Big 12, and then of course ultimately getting a good seeding in the NCAA tournament. So can't wait to see, once again, 3 p.m. tip-off here in Lubbock at the USA. Game will be televised on ESPN2. With that, I want to thank you for watching, and until next time.